Hello, I'm Donna Sawyer from the Finance News Network, and joining me is Executive Director and Head of Australian law firm Slater Gordon, Ken Fowlie. Ken, welcome to FNN.
Thanks for having me.
Shares in Slater Gordon skyrocketed by 128% in 2013. What were the key drivers behind that rise in your opinion?
Well, we'd like to think the market is supporting our rationale, our strategy, which sees us growing significantly in the UK and also continuing to grow in Australia, both through our personal injury business and also our diversification into non-personal injury legal services.
So would you describe the year that was as your best yet? And are you anticipating 2014 will be even better, or will it be a year of consolidation?
Look, we assess our performance really by reference to how we're going in terms of serving our clients. And 2013 was a strong year. We served more clients than we have before. And we also delivered some terrific results in some high profile cases and also in some cases for everyday people. So 2013 was a terrific year, and we're hoping for more of the same in 2014.
You've bought market share in Britain, where you expect to deliver as much as 45% of the group's revenue by fiscal 2015. Tell me about Slater Gordon's strategy there. So far you've bought 6 law firms. What was the thinking behind that move, and are you still on the acquisition path?
The UK market is about 4 to 5 times the size of the Australian market, and the Australian and UK market, legal services market, share obviously a lot of similarities, given that the Australian legal services sector was really derived from the UK. Several years ago, the UK government continued a process of reform and review in the UK environment, and we saw that as a tremendous opportunity for us. And that's the reason why we invested in the UK. Our track record in Australia tells us that we need to get scale in order to be able to serve our clients effectively, and that's the reason why we've pursued the acquisitions we have in the UK. We've been able to find some terrific firms, and we've got some people who've joined us who are really tremendous lawyers and also people who are very much aligned with the values and traditions of our firm as well. So that's really been the rationale behind why we've gone into the UK and also why we've chosen the firms that we have. In 2014 calendar year will be really about integrating those acquisitions. The firm has grown significantly in the UK over the last 12 to 18 months, and so really our focus now is in making sure that we extract the value from those acquisitions that we think's there.
So what are you telling shareholders in terms of your growth strategy?
Well, there are 3 key pillars to our growth strategy. Firstly, it's to consolidate legal services in the UK to take advantage of those opportunities that I spoke about. Secondly, it's to continue to grow our personal injury business. It's a significant business. We're the leader in that space in Australia, but we still see there is headroom for growth in that part of the business. And the third part of our strategy is to diversify into selected areas of non-personal injury legal services. Family law, conveyancing, estate planning. These are areas where we see there as being real opportunity. We see them as adjacent to our personal injury offering in Australia. We think that those 3 elements, the UK, PI and non-PI, give us a really good growth story for the future and give us plenty of room for continuing growth.
What are the key risks your business is considering at the moment, both here in Australia and in the UK?
Legal services is obviously delivered in a highly regulated environment, both in Australia and the UK, and so those sort of environmental or contextual risks are always present. But we think that we are alert to them and we're factoring them into our growth plans. So really the key risk for our business is an execution risk connected to the integration of the acquired businesses, and an execution risk connected to how we grow our business in Australia. We think we're very well placed to mitigate that risk. We have a very strong track record of being effective in integrating businesses into the Slater Gordon platform, and we think that we've brought on board some really good skills that are able to take the lessons we've learned in our PI business and expand those lessons into other areas, other service areas such as family law and conveyancing.
Law firm ownership and the provision of legal services is changing rapidly internationally, with the onset of new law firm structures, including virtual law firms. What are some of the emerging trends that you believe will change the legal industry, and is Slater Gordon positioned to adapt and evolve to those changes?
We think adaptability is one of the core capabilities of our organisation. I mean, we were the first law firm in the world to list on the stock exchange and to seek external capital. But that's really a milestone that reflects a whole series of milestones which as an organisation we have secured over time, which demonstrate our capability, our track record of being able to adapt to change, whether it's about advertising for clients, whether it's about introducing new mechanisms by which people can pursue claims. We've been at the threshold of those changes over time. So we have a lot of confidence that as the legal services sector changes in Australia and in the UK, we'll be able to adapt to those changes and position ourselves and our shareholders in a strong position.
Finally, Ken, what are the milestones Slater & Gordon hopes to achieve in the next 12 months?
Well, I think the most important thing is that we'd like to think that we've delivered for our shareholders and for our other stakeholders over a period of time. Certainly since we floated in 2007, we've been very conscious of making sure that we deliver what we say we're going to do. And so that's the first and most important thing, is to continue to deliver on our strategy. Our strategy with three key pillars: our UK expansion, our continuing growth in PI, and also successfully diversifying into other areas. That strategy is underpinned by four drivers: clients, brand, people, and operational effectiveness. And so for us, 2014 is really, as a business, as a management team, focused on what we can do to maximise our effectiveness in those four areas. And by doing that, we think we can both deliver our strategy and also deliver good outcomes for stakeholders, including shareholders.
Ken Fowlie of Slater & Gordon, thanks for your time.
Thanks very much, Donna.